Okay, we proceed to learning outcome number 4. Okay, so in this learning outcome number 4, we're going to discuss why system changes triggered behavioral reactions, what forms this resistance to change takes, and how to avoid or minimize the resulting problems. Okay, so if you refer to case Shopper Smart, okay, you can take a look in the last paragraph in the case, okay, whereby you can see how N overcome the behavioral problem with the new system. Alright, so if you refer to the case in the second last paragraph, and also in the last paragraph, um, and concludes that people resisting the new system are afraid of the changes effect on them personally. Okay, so that's one of the reason that N can conclude why the users of the system in the Shopper Smart in the existing system resist to use the new system. So to counter this negative behavioral reaction, N takes great pains to explain how the new system would benefit the employees individually. So this is one of the actions being done by N to counter or to overcome the negative behavioral reaction. Okay, so they explain to each of the employee the benefit of having the new system and how the new system will affect the companies as a whole. Okay, and also because of the management's approval, so they also can assure that employees they will not lose their job, and also that all affected employees will be retrained. So this is the main things. Okay, they need to explain, communicate to the employees so that the employees will understand. Okay, by having a new system, okay, they will not affect, especially lose on their job or retrain. Okay, and also the other things that she did is she involved the two most vocal opponents in the planning activities. So this is another strategy that done by Anne. So they get involved the users in the development process in the planning activities, and soon these two of the new system biggest advocates. So this is the advantages. Okay, how they did this strategy so that they can overcome the behavioral problem. Alright. So if you can see in this subtopic, okay, behavioral aspects of change. So actually, these behavioral aspects of change are very crucial. Okay, because the best system will fail without the support of the people itself. Okay, the people itself here we refer to the users of the system. So if the users of the system do not want to use the system, so what's benefit of having the new system? Okay, so this individual participating is very important. Okay, and then also they need to get involved this uh, apa ni, the users, okay, in to participate in the development. And the organisation also must sensitive, okay, sensitive to and consider the feelings and reaction of the person affected by the change. So especially the users lah. Alright, because the users that the one that use the system, if they refuse to use the system, okay, so they need to do something, okay, to overcome those problems. Okay, so there are some of the reason why the individual or the people involved are having the behavioral problem. Okay, so one of the reason because of fear. Okay, for example in the case Shopper Smart just now, okay, the fear of the employee, if let's say if they use the new system, maybe some of the process are automated, and then maybe have a problem, or they will use their jobs, for example. Okay, or because of the top management reason. Okay, the employees who sense a lack of top management support, okay, they they wonder why they themselves should endorse it. So that's why in the Shopper Smart case ni, and precisely mention, communicate that they have get support from the top management to proceed with the project or proposed system. Okay, and also because of experience with the prior changes, maybe they have a bad experience. Okay, so that's why they're reluctant to cooperate or to use the new system or to uh, accept the changes. Okay, and then also because of communication. Okay, employees are unlikely to support a change unless the reasons behind it are explained. So this is also, you can relate to the Shopper Smart, whereby the ends explain to the employees the benefit, employees individually, that they can get from having a proper system. Okay, so the communication also play important role. So the employees knows all about the proposed system or new system. Okay, and then the other reason, destructive nature of the change process. Okay, maybe when they have a new system, maybe the process also change. Okay, and then also involve destructive nature of their job. So also can create negative feelings to the employee. Okay, and then manner in which change is introduced. This is also the other reason. Okay, of the resistant often a reaction to the methods of instituting change rather than to the change itself. Okay, and then bias and emotions, personal characteristic and background. Alright, so those are the reasons, or maybe the behavioral reaction take place. Okay, the factors, okay, that may be uh, involved in the problem occur, behavioral problem occur. Okay, if the for the users to accept the changes. Okay, and then next we see how the people resist these system changes. um, Major resistance often takes one of these three forms: aggression, projections, and also avoidance. Okay, so under aggression, this is behavior that usually intended to destroy, cripple. Okay, for example, they have a form of sabotage the system. Okay, so very aggressively reject, okay, the proposed system. And then the other um, major resistance is on the projection. So this is involve blaming the new system. Okay, so they uh, sort of they blame the new system, or they can have this new system as their scapegoat. Okay, so they say that the new system very unpleasant, so they influence, okay, the users to reject the system. Okay, and then the other major resistance is avoidance. So this is the common human trait. So this is where the employees, the user, okay, they deal with the new system, they avoid using it. Okay, in the hope that the problem can be ignored, or that it will be eventually go away. So that's one of the major resistance that often takes in these three resistance. Okay, aggression, projection, and avoidance. Okay, and then the next one, they discuss how to overcome, prevent this problem. So basically, as we also already look at the example in Shopper Smart, okay, that we discussed earlier just now. Okay, so what are ends did, okay, when they want to overcome this behavioral problem. So this is some of the way, uh, okay, so they can improve by observing this guideline. Okay, obtain management support. Okay, we discussed earlier. Involve users. Okay, let's say in the shoppers mart just now, and she involved the two users most vocal components in the planning activities. So they get involved the users also in the system development. Okay, so from there they can get feedback from the users, they get suggestion. Okay, so they give the feelings to users, that so that the users appreciate that also they are also important in the development process. Okay, and then allow fear, stress, new opportunities. Okay, meet the users needs, avoid emotionalism, provide training. Okay, so the training part also we're going to discuss in chapter 22. Okay, whereby the training also, one of the activities involved in the implementation phases. Okay, and then re-examine the performance evaluation, keep communication lines open, test the system, keep the system simple and humanized, control users expectation, and so on. Okay, so those are uh, the actions that can be take place to prevent or to minimize, okay, the behavioral problem from the sorry, the from this user reaction. Okay, users rejection. Okay, so I think the details, okay, you can read through on page 656. Okay, and also you can use the shopper smart as the example. Okay, so they give as a good example how they overcome the behavioral problem in the shopper smart, to have a proposed or new system. Okay, so on the next video we will discuss more on the learning outcome number 5. So I end this video on the learning outcome number 4.